It is a warm day out there. Coolest numbers we could find if you're wanting to cool off at the coast. South Padre Island, 69 degrees, but you're looking at fairly sunny skies, some high clouds coming through, but you get farther inland away from the cool waters, and it is quite warm out there. Temperatures this afternoon, not setting any records, but it is hitting 90 in a few spots, 90 in Rio Grande City, even upper 80s in McAllen, and 70s now closer toward the coast in Brownsville. But it is a warm day, probably going to be about this warm or slightly warmer in spots tomorrow. If you are outdoors doing something tomorrow, maybe running out to vote tomorrow during the daytime, it will be a warm day, maybe not quite as breezy. The wind speed still about 15 to 20 miles per hour, but the gustiness kind of dying off. And just a lighter breeze as we head into this evening. So if you are sitting around thinking, what can I do with my evening? You're looking at your phone or tablet and you see temperatures not cooling off a lot this evening. They'll be going from the 80s at 6 p.m. through the 70s most of the evening, and then maybe the upper 60s very late tonight, where they should bottom out toward tomorrow morning. Put a little drop in there. Maybe a sprinkle could form near sunrise at 6 a.m. tomorrow. That goes from 6 p.m. this evening all the way to 6 a.m., but most of the night looking dry and kind of just partly cloudy. And there may be a little bit of fog in spots forming as we get toward 4, 5, 6 in the morning. So you may wake up to a little bit of clouds early tomorrow, but I think we will see the sun try to break through again. So your day planner for the day tomorrow, we're going from temperatures near 70 at sunrise. Again, maybe a little bit of patchy fog in spots and clouds, but it should break up into more of a partly to sunny, mostly sunny afternoon. Temperatures at 83 degrees at noon, and temperatures mainly in the upper 80s and near 90 in some areas tomorrow. It depends on how much sun's able to break through, but it looks primarily dry tomorrow. There will be a front in the area closer to tomorrow evening and night that could spark some showers and storms nearby. Even a small chance a couple may get into the valley tomorrow night. But here's the setup. We have Texas pretty much dry and kind of in and out of some clouds this evening and tonight without any big rain around. Notice tomorrow in the morning, some clouds here in the valley, a storm system coming in from the west, getting closer tomorrow afternoon and evening, but ahead of it, the warm air comes up and keeps those temperatures very warm. And then as the storm system comes through, most of the rain, like it has been lately with all the storm system coming through, is going to the north. So you know the way it's going, we'll probably miss out on most of it. But as this cold front comes through later tomorrow evening and night and near sunrise on Wednesday morning, it could be just enough moisture here to spark a couple of showers, maybe a weak thunderstorm tomorrow evening and night. But again, a lot of it that way off the map. So future track overnight does have clouds increasing, maybe a little fog in spots as we get towards sunrise tomorrow, and there could be a sprinkle or two. But I think most of tomorrow afternoon will look a lot like today, with the sun breaking through the clouds, temperatures warming back up into the 80s, maybe some spots near 90 degrees, especially in western Hidalgo and Starr counties. And again, maybe a shower somewhere in the evening hours, but you see most of the time it's going to be dry tomorrow evening and night. There's 11 p.m. with maybe a shower or two in the area, and then by Wednesday morning when you get up, still some clouds around, but as the front comes through, one last chance for maybe a shower Wednesday morning. Then it gets windy and cooler behind the front. Not really cool, but kind of drier, less humid feeling. I think we'll still be in the 80s on Wednesday afternoon, but the humidity starts to take a big drop, so it will feel cooler, then cool off more by Wednesday night. So first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Warm again tomorrow, well into the 80s. Maybe a shower and storm in spots tomorrow evening and night, but the chances of a thunderstorm are very small. It's better north of the valley if you're headed out of town. By Wednesday, the sun trying to break through later in the day, highs in the 80s, and still cooler, less humid weather later Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Highs in the 70s Thursday and Friday in many areas. Could bounce back closer to 80 in some areas by Saturday and Sunday with dry weather, and one last small chance of maybe a shower by Monday. But for most of you, you'll probably get by with very little rain over the next 7 days. We'll keep tracking it ahead coming up in your first 1-5 forecast here on Channel 5 News at 5.
A medical